Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley, and on this episode, we are sitting here on mics 2 and 3 with two of our oldest friends, two of our best friends. I believe both the people sitting next to me were on the single digits episodes of the podcast. It's been that long.
This might even start to head towards like double digits of episodes we've done together.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. On mic 2, our friend
Luke Jensen.
And on mic 3,
It's your boy, Kyle Clark.
hell yeah. What's up, fellas? Good to see ya.
Hey.
Oh, man. Well, let's start with get into our goods from the week. I have two things to mention. One very quickly because I want to avoid spoilers at all costs, but I saw the drama.
Gotta go see it.
And Kyle mentioned that the marketing was very bad, and I was saying that I think it's great because I want fun teens who are expecting a rom-com with Zendaya and Robert Pattinson to be just overwhelmed by dark Norwegian humor.
There is a theory out there that the ads are a bit of a psyop for the movie.
I 100% think so, yeah. And, it's written and directed by Christopher Borgi, who did Dream Scenario with Nick Cage. Did you watch that one?
Oh, Dream Scenario. Yeah, I think I did.
I liked that movie. It didn't stick with me necessarily, but I remember in the moment being like, yeah, it was pretty good.
Is that one of the Nicolas Cage movies?
Sort of. It's a thing where it's a commentary on almost the milkshake duck phenomenon of someone who just suddenly becomes famous for no reason.
Oh, okay.
Except that
he starts appearing in people's dreams.
In this case, everybody in the world starts having dreams with this random guy in it.
All right, that's fun.
And then he's just kind of dealing with that. They find out, personal details, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
Like, I liked it in the moment. This one has just, without saying anything, basically, they're about to get married and some shit goes down. That's the only thing you need to know.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've laughed that fucking hard in a movie theater. It's been a while. Just unspeakably fucking dark, and I don't know that other people were laughing. I didn't care or listen, but it was great.
I was about to ask if you were laughing for the same reasons as other people, or laughing for the reasons that you laugh at movies.
I think I was laughing for the bleak Norwegian humor,
yes.
The intended thing that
Have you ever seen Adam's Apples? It is another Norwegian movie.
I've not.
It is a movie that has come across my life several times now, and it was where I first learned about good Scandinavian bleakness. And it is a story about a priest who runs a halfway house farm for different folk, and one of the people sent into work release at it is a former white supremacist. And the movie is about the white supremacist harassing the priest until he abandons the idea that there's a god. It's a comedy. It's pretty fun.
Is that like First Reformed the comedy?
It's you sort of, that was where I was like, oh, they're different there.
Yeah, it's great. I want to recommend everybody go see it. But really, the second thing I wanted to mention, it's been an amazing spring for the First Amendment. First, we had Afro Man, of course, won his court case that we've been covering on this show for damn near 3 years, which was exciting. But I wanted to talk about Miss Janae Renee Gamble of Fairhope, Alabama. Just yesterday, she walked out of a Fairhope Municipal Court not guilty on charges of disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and a breach of the peace. The offending incident during an October No Kings protest in Fairhope's, the 61-year-old grandmother wore a 7-foot-tall inflatable penis costume and held a sign that said "No dictators." And which, that's for a grandma in Alabama, that's about the funniest thing that she could have thought of. So, she was told to go soft and take it off by Officer Andrew Babb because it was causing a traffic hazard. And she told Babb to go fuck himself. Babb and his goons then tackled her, and that led to a series of incredible images of the cops hopping on the oversized direction and then trying to stuff a big old dick in the back end of their automobile.
Do you know how pissed I was that they were starting to give that shit out for free?
I mean, the cop is right on it. He's riding it hard.
And you're getting a full shot of ass of that cop in that picture, too.
Oh, yeah.
The ass and the ball are kind of like moving in unison. This is great because this does look like the cops are trying to revive the dick, which has like passed out.
Oh, see, I was saying it's like they're trying to like lash together the veins or something on the back, and then of course them trying to stuff it in the back of the car
that's
is
funny.
amazing.
That's everything.
Yeah, and also this is like a 61-year-old grandma. It's like, leave her the fuck alone, man. But visually hilarious. When she was interrogated, Gamble told the cops that her name was Aunt Tifa, and this got her charged with giving false information, but those charges were dropped before the trial began. During 3 hours of testimony this week, city attorney Marcus McDowell argued that, quote, there is no constitutional right to wear a 7-foot penis costume on the side of the road. Judge Hames Snedeker disagreed, and Janae Renee walked.
Hell yeah.
I like the detail of the fake name.
Oh, yeah.
Because it gives the impression that she was just like bantering and heckling the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She was talking that shit, man. Yeah.
They're trying to stuff her in the car, and she's like, "Oh, won't fit. Why don't you spit on it?"
Yeah.
That's the energy that I'm getting from this lady.
It'll fit better. Yeah, she's incredible. And so shout out to Janae Renee. The Facebook comments underneath those were predictably both bleak and also very funny, depending on your political persuasion. But so those are the things I enjoyed this week. What about you, Luke? Do you have any goods from the week?
My goods from the week. You know what? I ordered a vase from Estonia, and it arrived, and it took like a month and a half to get here. And that is my good
How that vase,
thing.
though?
Yes.
How that vase?
Who's in it?
What's holding?
Yeah, that's why I said, who's in it?
Yeah, just the souls of the
Excellent.
of the Estonian people, and I'm their king.
What caused you to be like, because my mother is an antique dealer and specifically deals in pottery, and I just did not inherit that gene. At no point have I ever thought, boy, you know what I need? What?
It's a vase from Estonia.
Just a vase in general. I've got too many vases, if anything.
What led to being inspired to purchase this said Estonian vase?
This said Estonian vase. So instead of writing and pushing my career forward the last few months, I decided to get into interior design and redo my whole bedroom.
Hell yeah.
And watch a million videos on YouTube.
Full cosign.
Yes.
Wow.
And I redid the whole thing, and I ordered this vase from Estonia, and then I put it in, and I was so excited, and I was like, it looks like shit here, but I can put it somewhere else.
Okay. You got to redesign a different room to accommodate the vase.
To accommodate my fucking Estonian vase.
That's awesome. Well, and that area of the world, my mom went to Poland specifically to shop for pottery, so I know it's high quality because it came from Eastern Europe. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the gold standard for pottery. So.
Oh wow, I
was
didn't even know.
unaware
I
of
just
this.
ordered it from Etsy. And the other thing that I ordered from Etsy for my bedroom was like this console table that came from Turkey. And I got charged a tariff that I didn't know was going to happen.
Fucking Trump.
I was about to say, the time to be buying international goods on a bulk level is now, Luke.
Yeah. No, I've been making a lot of good choices for the last couple months. Yeah.
But is the room tied together sufficiently?
Oh, dude, it's cohesive.
Okay, all right.
I've got vignettes around the room of little compositions.
So what, like GIFs? What do you mean vignettes?
Vignettes. Like I got my console table and the art piece and the plant, and it's all it's a visual
God,
vignette.
you're describing
going
my
on.
dream.
Wow.
My shit is still moved in and is utilitarian as fuck right now. And the amount I want a fake plant underneath being lit by a fucking tasteful lamp is disgusting.
I gotta say, Kyle, when you moved into your new place, that was all I was thinking about was the move out process of from the old place.
Yes.
Because as a man who is surrounded by things I've accumulated.
Yes, I really learned how much I love books.
Yeah.
And how heavy books are.
Oh, you see that record collection? If I ever have to leave,
I bought a record today, and every time I buy a record, I worry never again because records take up so much space. I will say this: my room has a dedicated record player table, and my records underneath, and I feel like the use to fucking taking up space ratio is real intense.
Yeah.
So I listened to all of the Downward Spiral on vinyl 2 days ago because I was like, earn your fucking keep.
Yeah.
Also, if you're going to test to see if the speakers you got are working, putting on the first track of the Downward Spiral is not going to help at all. Because it's just weird, mumbled, lo-fi filtered static.
Recorded at
Sharon Tate's, the house where the La Bianca Tate house.
Sharon Tate Murder House.
Yes, thank you. All the Manson words just all came out.
Yeah, somehow he recorded it at both sites.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, we got some good shit."
I was reading something, and I like that. At the end of the recording, he was like, that was weird to do. Like that he was immediately sort of like, this seemed cool. Now I just feel sort of like I was a little bit of an edgelord.
I'd always heard that he found out in the middle of it. But also that is somewhat discredited by the fact that he found out they were destroying the house afterwards. So he stole the door and put it on his studio in New Orleans.
Like once you made the mistake, what are you going to do? Like go back in time or steal a door?
That's true. Yeah, I never found that studio. It's supposedly in New Orleans somewhere. Whatever Trent Reznor's New Orleans studio, he took the door off, the one that famously had pig written in Sharon Tate's blood with that picture of Roman Polanski. It is somewhere on a door frame in New Orleans.
Wow. I believe it. I feel like most door frames in New Orleans have had words in blood written on them at one point or another.
Yeah. What about you, Kyle? Do you have a goods from the week?
I'm gonna go a sincere direction, so have something good after this.
Okay.
I am a little dressed up today as I come in because I just went to the funeral for a good friend of mine, Alex Young, who was a comedian in LA, and I would say one of the only comedians in Los Angeles that everybody actually liked.
Oh wow!
Like that was kind of one of the conversations, kind of in the wake of all of this, was just sort of, it's like, man, we've known a lot of dead comedians, and we've never seen a dead comedian have this little fucking shit talking after they have died.
Wow.
This is like, it came up in people's eulogies. But he also, his funeral was today, and I had very mixed emotions going to it, in that, like, I am very sad because, a person that I love a lot, my mom helped his now wife gather up bottles from 4th of July one year because they used them as part of the arts, for the centerpieces that they did for their wedding. Like, it just, it's like comedy is a big, weird family.
Yeah.
And so, like, on the one hand, like, I am processing that. On the flip side, I also have the, like, this is going to be maybe the funniest funeral I will ever go to.
Yeah.
Because Alex, knew a lot of fucking funny people. So it was this, everybody walking in said, like, this is a great to see everybody. What a horrible reason to do so. But, it was treated as a roast. Alex was one of the original, competitors in OG original roast battle. And, really kind of came into his own, and I think, like, found a lot of stuff, in that then kind of played to everything else. But also, like, I had entirely forgotten that he is in the show Blue Bloods.
Oh shit!
And as I forget who had the joke, but it's like to show how powerful Alex is, he got a Wahlberg to like an Asian.
Damn.
And so the lineup of people speaking for it, because it was a roast, which was fascinating because we all were like, there's a chunk of his family who, are they aware of what's about to happen? And so, like, Jay Light hosted and did a really good job of sort of like prepping the crowd for it, and then, like, it was incredible. It was and I'm trying to think, like, former guests of the show who were on the, Anna Valenzuela, Alex Hooper, my dear friend Nicole Buchanan was on there, the Mike Lawrence.
Yeah.
My brain just shut down for a full second there. Just an incredible collection of people, and everybody, it was this great combination of just really kind of like, sticking it to him, but within all of that also just like a lot of love and respect for somebody you've worked with for a long time. And so I had been saying to people there that, like, it's weird because it hasn't, I think, sunk in, because, like, in comedy, like, you go long periods of time without seeing people.
Sure.
Like, an example is Luke. Like, I see a couple times a year, and you always sort of think, like, oh yeah, and I'll just run it. And that's one of those sort of feelings where it hasn't sunk in, because I'm just like, well, no, I'll obviously, like, run into him in fucking Fresno. We'll complain about shit.
Yeah.
Or I'll see him in OC and we'll both, like, eat shit at the Harp Inn, and then we'll go and hang out. And, like, so that surrealism of it is something I was not expecting. And I think it's like, the only other comedian death that ever, like, sort of, fucked me up or felt weird was Brody. And, like, it's not like I was super tight with Brody, but, like, the combination of, like, he was
a staple.
Yeah. And consistent and it really like exemplified a lot of shit I thought was cool. But his party trick of being able to identify every high school mascot in America is still the most incredible skill I've ever seen. And he would go back like Kyle Clark, Simi Valley Pioneers. But then he did warm up and he did sort of uncompromising weird warm up. And so when I started doing warm up, Brody became kind of my North Star. And like that's different though, because like that, but that's not like a guy who I've like sat around with in a parking lot and talked about bullshit with the way Alex was. So
one of my earliest like LA comedy memories was going to What's Up Tiger Lily, which for those listening is essentially an open mic for headliners.
Yes.
And
what a profoundly accurate description.
Held at the elbow of a shopping center.
Do you want to watch Dave Foley phone it in?
Right. Mark Maron complained, but not in a funny way. But I remember going to that, and I think he closed it out. And literally, this would have been like my first week in Los Angeles, and I kind of knew Brody Stevens from podcast fame, but saw him go up and just to start challenging the audience, like. He's like, do you dare me? Do you dare me? I will hike Runyon Canyon tonight. Do you dare me? And he was just saying he was the best at exercise.
The Brody mural is right near where I live now, so that's a very cool thing.
Yeah. So his famous catchphrase, enjoy it, is painted in the Coca-Cola font there in, what part is that, Sherman Oaks?
Yeah.
Yeah, out in the valley. I see it every once in a while. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's cool.
Makes me average every time I go by. But yeah, and so it's... and a shout out to all the folks that I hugged me today, just because it like the Brody thing before, like going, like I went to his thing at the store, and sat with just, it is that thing of like, you have your active times, you're sort of like, keeping up times and stuff like that. But there is just, it's nice to feel that sort of like reminder that this is like a community that you have a lot of history with.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Well, that's cool. Well, R.I.P. to Alex, man. I have a small story I wanted to cover. This is Joseph Koenig and Liz McNeil writing for People Magazine, my Bible. A new book, RFK Jr., The Fall and Rise, written by investigative journalist Isabel Vinson, came out this week. The book draws from dozens of sources, both old and new, and features excerpts from Health and Human Secretary Kennedy's diary that he wrote between 1999 and 2001. So the journals were shared with Vincent a year after RFK drove his second wife, Mary Richardson Kennedy, to hang herself in the barn of her Westchester County, New York home in 2012. The source who provided Vincent with RFK's diaries told the New York Post reporter that Mary held onto them as leverage during their painful divorce, which had not yet been finalized when she died at age 52. RFK and his brothers allegedly hid or destroyed Mary's suicide note. So he's great. We love him.
Remember when we saw him speak?
At Bonnaroo. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He came out and told us how, saving the climate was important. And I just remember my main thought being like, damn, RFK had a kid? That's crazy. Oh, that's what opium smells like.
There was a lot of opium being smoked at that.
It's crazy how much opium. Like, I went from never smelling opium to just immediately knowing forever what it smells like.
You had heroin fever there in the late 2000s.
Yeah. So these are highlights from the diary. Constantly battling what he dubbed his lust demons. On days when he did not cheat on Mary, RFK scrawled the word victory with exclamation points.
I wish he had a days without incident calendar. Like that feels like the way he should have done that.
Was Mary aware of this?
Well, she obviously became aware when she found the diary, but one has to. I mean, she hung herself, so one assumes she became aware of it at some point.
Like, I've been known to keep a journal from time to time.
Uh-huh.
I've never put a crime in there.
Yeah.
I guess, like, I've like read enough biographies that use quotes from posthumous journals to be like, let's make sure that these are all fucking clean.
Yeah. So conversely, he referred to successful seductions by women as, quote, being mugged by seductresses.
That's my favorite R&B song. Mugged by seductresses.
That's an early Drew Hill, I believe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They played it on All That.
The seductresses who successfully pulled him into sin, he made records of those muggings, accompanied by a name and a number between 1 and 10.
What a fucking asshole.
A 10 meaning full-on intercourse, while lower numbers indicated a range of unfaithful sexual conduct with the denoted women.
10 layers.
But I'm like, that's too many.
That's too many numbers.
That's too many numbers.
This requires a simple, base system.
Right. There's
first, second, third, home.
Yeah,
yes.
It's there. Why are you creating a new fucking?
You know what I can't
scale?
deal with is, and I hear a lot of podcasts.
What are you doing? It's short. Stop.
It's people who try to combine too much stuff at second base. Second base is boobs. If you feel like that's not enough, you're not respecting boobs. All hand and mouth stuff is at third. It's the most complicated base.
Yeah.
So I just needed to get that on record because I hear it on a lot of podcasts. I was like, I need this. I need my fucking canon for this.
Yeah.
What do you do when it's a bullpen?
Remember when he was like casually throughout, he was like dinosaur hunting with Jeffrey Epstein or something?
Oh, I've got that in here. Oh yeah, because that shit's amazing.
That's one of the handful of insane things in the last year and change that has really stuck with me is anytime someone's excuse is dinosaur hunting.
So this is a quote from his diary. Quotes, I knew Daddy was watching me and that he loved me, but I also felt I was disappointing him.
He's just Edgar from Men in Black. There is a bug inside of him.
Literally, it's in his fucking brain. It ate part of his brain and died in there. He says, when I told a lie or had a sexual thought, I gave myself a bad grade.
He gave himself a bad grade in his journal?
I think that's the 1 in 10. I think he's not judging the woman. He's judging himself. Like, 10 being the worst somehow. But also, just...
I was terrible. I had vaginal intercourse. I give myself a 10.
I think Sirhan's still up for parole at some point. Can we expedite this process?
For the love of God.
Yeah, come on.
I was a real good boy today. She just slapped my balls around a little.
I loved it. I'm a bad boy, Daddy. In 1999, and there's just one small detail that I fucking love in this. In 1999, RFK described visiting the empty home of his recently deceased cousin, JFK Jr., and seeing the harpoon guns they used to play with, calling it, quote, one of the saddest moments of my life.
Pardon?
So JFK Jr. dies in a plane crash.
Of course.
RFK goes to his empty house and sees the harpoon guns they used to play with, which I understand probably means they were like spearfishing or something, but it is funny to just imagine him going, take 50 steps back and see if you can catch it.
See, and I was imagining more like children's, Father, can we hunt the help?
Yeah, I mean that too. Yeah.
This is his most relatable thing so far. Honestly, this is his most relatable point so far. One of my earliest memories is having a hammer fight with my brother. So, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
A hammer fight? Like in Super Mario?
Is there a better fight than a hammer fight?
Well, what I remember, is our basement...
There was this Italian plumber. He was coming right at us.
And our basement was split in two halves, and in the one half it was carpeted, and that was the office, and the other half was the utility side with all the tools and everything.
Yeah.
My dad was in the office doing work on his computer, and my brother and I go into the other side and find his tools, and I found his sledgehammer. And so it was my idea. I grabbed the sledgehammer and kind of hoist it up on my shoulder, and then just as loud as I can, I just scream, "Hammer fight!" And I take a swing at my brother. And years later, I thought, in the moment, my dad just comes running in and grabs the hammers from us. I was like, oh,
amazing,
killjoy. But it wasn't until I was probably in my 20s that I thought back and just thought, like, what was that like from my dad's experience?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
To just be quietly working on your computer.
Just hear one of your
and
kids.
hear your children scream hammer fight.
As someone who works in the childcare industry, happens more than you'd think.
One of my
There's a
favorite
thing kids love to do is to figure out a way to excitingly die.
Oh yeah. One of my favorite genres of Instagram video recently is people putting fake knives in the hands of their like toddlers and then sending them into a room with the other parent. There's so many good videos
God
where
damn it.
it's the toddler in one of those rolly things with the table that they ate graham crackers off of. And so they're just kind of like ambling around and they'll put a fake fucking knife in their hand and it just walks into the kitchen and the grandma will be like, "Oh, baby!" Like diving for it. It's fucking fantastic.
Oh my God.
So yeah, he got sad about the harpoon guns. JFK, of course, died in a plane crash. Speaking of bad decisions made on planes, RFK logged a lot of flight time on Jeffrey Epstein's jet, including, as Kyle mentioned, to go look for dinosaur bones.
Hunting dinosaur bones.
Amazing.
What does that even mean?
Well, in his case, I am weirdly inclined to believe him.
Oh, yes.
You know?
My question is this. How long were they gone? Are they entering a pre-surveyed area? Are they joining an existing dig? Is this something that they're running into in tandem with some sort of academic program that they might be funding?
Was Epstein dressed as Pete Postlethwaite's character from Lost World?
I saw him sort of more as a Muldoon.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's kind of the
He
same
wants to
outfit.
do all khaki,
That's
yeah.
kind of the same outfit, yeah.
This sounds like one of those ideas that sounds awesome when they've like cut a line of cocaine into the shape
Yeah.
of Ukraine, kind of like, and then they actually do it, and like 30 minutes in, they're like, "This fucking sucks,"
Yeah.
and I'm getting bit by mosquitoes, and we're gonna be here for 3 years and maybe not find anything.
Yeah,
Like,
that's as a kid at a certain point you discover sort of like what most of paleontology is. You're sort of like, I didn't sign up to dig just to dig. Not much of a whole guy.
We were saving that for today. I guarantee it.
Have an island.
and it's
riddled with measles.
Island. That actually, that's a great line for Epstein. On an island off the coast of Costa Rica.
Hear me out.
Released it from the government.
There's some version of like people taking a boat to the Epstein Island, but they take the wrong thing and now they're stuck on Jurassic Park.
Holy shit!
We fucked up not making Jurassic Park.
these are the crazy parties people have been talking about.
Dude.
Oh my God! It's an Elon Musk type who went for the crazy party.
Oh,
And
no.
the storm blows on Christmas, and he thinks he's at the island, and it's just the abandoned Jurassic Park.
See, I was thinking it's like conspiracy theory guys who charter a boat and try to go to Epstein Island.
Oh, they're all on the same boat.
Yeah.
Because those guys like broke in and like are acting as the crew on the boat.
Yeah. Or they find, billionaires that got shipwrecked there too. Something like that. Yeah. I don't know.
I genuinely would watch this. But again, we should have been doing. So I'm a big defender of Jurassic Park 3, which I think is a pretty solid ass movie.
I like the poo-poo.
And to me, like the thing that
The
really,
phone ringing in the poo-poo is cinematic gold.
yeah, it's like we needed more like fuck, we ended up at Jurassic Park movies.
Oh, yeah.
You have an abandoned park full of dinosaurs on an island just chilling. Like that's 15 movies to me.
Right.
I'm just
Take
saying,
out the
how much
intention.
money are you going to make if you release a movie called Pedophiles versus Dinosaurs? Like, you're going to make a lot of money.
Would
Yeah.
it's man to make Damien Chazelle have to say that when it wins for Best Picture?
Oh no, actually, sorry, it was Moonlight.
Yeah.
Pedophiles versus dinosaurs didn't actually win. So those are some good ones. But then there's the big one, or the small one, if you will, from RFK's diary, dated November 11th, 2001. So, the smoke is yet to clear from Lower Manhattan. But quote. I was there standing in front of my parked car on I-684. My kids waited patiently while I cut out the penis of a road-killed raccoon to study later. And I was just thinking how weird some of my family members have turned out to be. Which, considering he thought no one would ever read this, is... Because if he thought that this was going to be for public consumption, I would say that was funny. I think he genuinely was just like, why do they think I'm weird?
Yeah, 100%. Because I believe I had followed that he considers himself an animal genitalia expert.
Yeah, well, I think just like that, they say that he has like an entire freezer just full of roadkill. Like he grew up, I think, wanting to be a veterinarian or something like that, and so it's just
truly like the precocious youth of the future,
and
the roasting we will rightfully receive.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, and just stuff that
Mom, Dad, tell me again what this guy was doing when he was telling you what medicine to take.
Right. Well, and just in terms of stuff we've covered on the show, obviously there was the dead bear in Central Park, which I was like, well, that's the craziest thing I'll ever hear. And then there was, someone unveiling an interview that came out seemingly about a month after Raiders of the Lost Ark, where he basically told everyone that he was doing Indiana Jones shit in like South America. He's like, oh, we had to fight natives with with spears. Actually, well, now that I've got this information, maybe he did. Shoot, who knows? He said he had to like blow up like a native village to escape their like poison arrows and shit. And you're just like, you literally just did heroin and saw Raiders of the Lost Ark. Like, you were just like,
there was a snake in the plane, and I had expressly said that I do not enjoy those.
There was a kid when I was growing up, and I remember one time he was trying to sell me something called San Pedro, which he described as 10,000 times more hallucinogenic than peyote, which
I'm listening.
For your Spunions, that may or may not be true. I don't know anything about psychedelics, but I was just like, why would anyone want that? But he told me, he was like, yeah, man, last time I did that, I found a Native American canoe from like 10,000 years ago in a swamp. And also the rain that just came through washed away. I found a T-Rex skull, man. And I was like, well, A, Alabama was underwater during the Cretaceous, so you did not find a T-Rex skull. And B,
drowned.
What the fuck? Well, so, yeah, exactly. Yeah. He swam too far.
Yeah, he was on a raft.
Yeah. He was
He went after his ball Wilson.
Yeah, he was the Tom Sawyer of T-Rex.
Epstein Island.
Every time he takes psychedelics, he just watches a movie.
Yeah.
Well, so that's the thing. Years later, I was at the Lee County Historical Museum, where they have a 10,000-year-old Native American canoe.
Hell yeah.
And then when I was in college, I took a geology class inside Petrie Hall, which is just open to the public. In the front lobby, there is a T-Rex skull. So I was like, oh, so he was tripping and went to a museum and just decided he uncovered this canoe. And then he was tripping and went inside this college building and decided, oh, I found a T-Rex skull, man.
Rivers, to defend this dumb man.
Yeah.
When I took a bunch of psychedelics in college and went to what was the quote-unquote Indian burial ground, are you trying to tell me that the hole I fell through that brought me into negative earth where the sky hit itself was some bullshit? That I was just sitting on a bench next to my friend who's a dance major giggling?
That pirate ship that was down there? No, sorry, not real. Yeah.
You saying those clouds that had the lips like the Rolling Stones were not real.
That guy also had I guess when he was looking for mushrooms, found a baby deer, and that became a big deer that just lived in his house.
No!
Yeah. But so anyway,
He kept it as a house pet?
yeah. So I remember people, associates of mine were going to buy psychedelics. Went to his house. I was just there, and I remember going inside. I probably told this on the show before, but we're going inside the house and being like, it smells like animal, but not. It's not cat.
It's gamey.
It's not dog. It's like no other thing I've ever smelled. And then my friends went into
clip clop.
They went into the room to do a bit of business, and I was just sitting there watching fucking Judge Judy, and all of a sudden there was just a doe, basically fully
A deer,
a female deer, just there eating dog food out of a dog bowl.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
And would you put the over-under at 6 months before this guy's running the FBI?
God, if he lived, which,
This guy dead?
no, I mean, I don't know what happened. I mean, I'm just assuming.
Do you do that too, where there's some people you've met where I'm like, certainly they are dead.
Certainly by now. Yeah.
There's at least 10 people in the world that if I saw I'd be like, oh, fuck, good for you.
Father Time is the undefeated champion.
Fucking crushing it, dog.
Yeah. The last thing about RFK, family members alleged in the book that during his Harvard years, Kennedy's room was a scene of a quote-unquote scene of despair where he would grind up baby chickens and mice in a blender to feed his hawks.
Wait.
So now
Did
this
someone
is
tell him to do that? Did you just come up with
I
that?
just knew.
yeah.
Do you want a hawk smoothie?
Yeah.
Don't worry, it contains no hawk.
This, I mean, aside from the fact that he is already like a Kennedy at Harvard, so that's just like annoying on its own. And then you put this on top of it, you're just like, this.
It's not great.
It's not great. Yeah, this person should have been fucking locked up years ago. They're clearly insane. But also, you know, I think he thinks he's Lord Byron bringing bears to college. And it's like, no, you're an asshole.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to think if there's a guy in my dorm I'd hate more than Falcon Guy.
No.
Because, like, bird guy, but also, like, ostentatious bird guy.
Well, and you know he told the RA, like, he's got falcons in here. Like, he's being unreasonable. And they're like, well, he's a Kennedy, so sorry.
Like, well,
You just have to deal with it.
time to start the prank war. Rodney Dangerfield's ghost. Let's fucking move.
Yeah. Time to start the prank war. I'm going to insert a worm into your brain.
By seductresses, your father's ghost looks on and shakes his head at me. I hear you in the dark.
Y'all, we have a ding, ding, ding heavyweight
Fuck
championship
yes.
throwdown with the low energy folks. And today, what do we got for them? Well, this is the Zoran Mamdani of energy drinks because fighting out of Africa by way of communist China.
Oh,
It is.
no.
What do we got there, Kyle?
We've got Predator Energy Gold Strike.
Yeah.
This is
All in Chinese.
no, it also says rule your kingdom.
Yep.
And it also says predatorenergydrink.com. Look, I was texting you days ago that your energy drink games on the show have been pretty excellent as of late. And I feel as if I am being punished for complimenting you on your good work. Because this looks like medicine.
I mean, it might well
The
taste
bottle
like it.
is a sickly nicotine color.
Yes. It looks like there's iodine.
So I don't trust the fluid that is the same color as my vape juice.
And you'll notice there's no give on this bottle.
No, it's quite hard.
Which means
Did you buy this at a store where you tried to go back the next day and it was just a brick wall and it never existed?
Did you get needful things?
No, shout out to Chica Marks who hit me to the jive on a weird shell in Pasadena that has a lot of imported drinks. And like I said, this one, so it's got first of all 180 mgs of caffeine.
Not bad.
And Predator is owned by Monster Energy and distributed through Coca-Cola. And it was developed in 2018 as a more affordable alternative to premium energy drinks like Monster, Red Bull, specifically targeting emerging markets. Predator is big in Asia and Eastern Europe, though Predator is most popular in Africa, where it is the number 2 energy drink behind Red Bull. It's also really big in Kenya, where it is the country's most popular energy drink.
Ooh.
So this is basically Monster's Rip It for foreign markets. So,
Okay.
But this particular version, this is in a plastic bottle.
Yes.
So they have a can version. I was trying to figure out what's the difference. The difference is the writing on this is all in Chinese, which means non-carbonated.
Ah.
Yeah.
I forgot that foreign Red Bull isn't carbonated.
Specifically Asian Red
Yes.
Bull. Yeah.
Because it's originally from Thailand, right?
Yes, Krating Dang is, and we had the Chinese version of Krating Dang, which was not carbonated, and neither is this. So no heavy popping sounds on this one, but I'll give people the ASMR pour. Please hold. Oh my god!
Did either of you guys ever do Ron Babcock's show, Why Would I Eat That Challenge?
No.
I did not. No.
Okay, this is some real like early new media bullshit. When I was promoting the first season of Nerd Turns, the cast of Nerd Turns went on that show and we played Snake Wine Flip Cup. Where they had 2 bottles of snake wine, which were bottles that had a full dead snake in them.
Was that the Vietnamese one?
I think
It's
so.
like whiskey, I think.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
we had to do the first one where we had to flip cup each. Can you tell that I'm stalling because I don't
Oof.
even want to bring it to my face?
I mean, it smells like the.
Oh, actually, it smells like Red Bull.
It smells like Red Bull. Here,
Oh,
cheers,
cheers,
folks,
gentlemen.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh boy, I hate the Red Bull taste, but this is known.
Oh, that's actually not bad at all.
Oh, that's so much better than I thought.
Yeah,
it was gonna
I was
be.
genuinely
Yeah.
terrified. And this
Yeah,
just
yeah.
tastes like kind of a floral Red Bull.
Yeah, I hate
yeah.
this less. Actually, I feel the way about this that I did about the Chinese Red Bull.
The problem is I'm going to finish that.
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's not as late as I thought.
It's only 180 mg, so whatever that is divided by 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, not too crazy.
Well,
it's like half a cup
let's
of coffee.
pretend this is not the first Ming Dang of my day.
Yeah. The Chinese version of Predator, as we said, is non-carbonated. Ever
It
since
has different kinds of mandible jaws.
ever since creating Dang, which is the Red Bull, dropped in China in the 90s, it is just accepted culturally that energy drinks are non-carbonated. So in that culture, fizzy drinks like Coca-Cola are seen as a treat beverage, but, and I like the way they think, energy drinks are viewed as a functional micro-intervention closer to health tonics or medicine. So that's why it's not carbonated, is because they have the philosophy that I do, which is this is utilitarian. Get this shit in your skull as fast as possible so you can keep driving trucks across Thailand.
Right now, all I want is like one big ice cube and a shot of gin.
Oh, yeah, there
And
you
I
go.
feel like this would be a fucking hell of a cocktail.
I got to say, this is, of that Red Bull flavor, this might be my favorite.
Yeah,
might be my
it's-
favorite.
To describe it to the audience, take your sort of standard Red Bull flavor and then add sort of a softer softer finish. It does not quite have the same like chemical acidity at the end, and instead has something sort of like, I'm gonna be a real fucking asshole and say if you've ever had like a elderflower drink or an elderflower soda.
Oh, yeah.
I would say it has notes of something like that on the finish.
Uh-huh.
Can you tell I worked at Bevmo for a second?
Pushing elderflower,
Sorry.
what do they call those? Cocktails or whatever. What are we thinking, Luke?
It reminds me of like a energy drink version of like the cucumber water from Equinox or something.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
I'm going to smile and nod as if I know what that's like.
We just connected on some gym water stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, they don't got that shit at 24-hour fitness.
They do if you pay extra at Planet Fitness into that weird fancy area.
They have a fancy area?
They do. At least the one that I used to go to.
Oh, no shit.
That had that's where the like aqua massage beds were.
What, were you getting a bag and they punch you
That's
with
the
water?
one. That's the one. The very same.
Holy shit. Damn. Yeah.
I
so-
never did it. I always like I'm always worried that I'm going to get Final Destination in one of those.
So,
Okay.
Go ahead, Luke. Go ahead.
Well, this implies that you've escaped death at some point in your life.
Well,
and you
I
know.
might have. You never know.
Okay. All right.
What if I did and didn't realize it and then never paid attention to the news?
so traditional Chinese medicine causes many consumers in the country to believe that the gas in carbonated drinks interferes with the body's ability to quickly absorb functional ingredients like taurine and caffeine.
Well, I don't understand how that killed Steve Jobs.
Well, no, I love this. I really do love this because, as I've said before, if you enjoy the taste of the energy drink, that's a great side benefit. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know what you're doing. Get the shit in your head as quickly as possible and move on with your day.
Sugar-free Red Bull is a pleasurable beverage to me.
Yeah.
It's like it will never replace Diet Coke, but it's up there.
Really?
I would
Wow.
say that like in the handful of times I've been allowed to ask for like a green room request or whatever, it is just water, Diet Coke, and sugar-free Red Bull.
Fair enough. Oh,
I don't know
man.
if I should admit this publicly, but instead of drinking coffee in the morning, I wake up and I drink a pre-workout,
Hell yeah.
and that's what wakes me up.
Do you make it hot?
Is it
though?
one with caffeine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
of course.
then yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually did that for a minute.
Oh, you did that
Yeah,
too?
I was doing that for a hot second.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
that-
I'm not the only.
That shit
Crazy.
gives me the fucking shakes, man. I don't like it.
That
I
was
really don't like it.
dude.
Yeah.
If you want to get hardcore on a diet for a minute, that's a good way to start your day. If you're
gonna
going to be fucking real intense.
Shout out to our friend Straight Edge Jesse. We entered and exited the powder era of this segment very quickly because it made me and Sam both feel crazy.
Powder's rough. Like,
Yeah, it's no pre-workout for me. Sorry.
Depends on the one that you get and what the ingredients are.
Yeah.
You get the one with beta alanine. You get the pins and needles feeling in your skin.
ooh,
I
have
don't.
not dabbled.
No, it was more just like
That'll make you.
Well,
feel
but I mean,
fucking
like, but
nuts.
you're all about the nootropic things now, right?
no.
Like that, or no, what's the ones that's the mushrooms?
adaptogens.
Adaptogens. That's it.
I'm not about it at all. It's just sometimes you see a thing called melted forest, man, and you got to try it.
Man, that's one a handful of times where I'm like, I want to try that. I want to go find melted forest.
I got to confess, I had an extra one because I accidentally
Oh shit.
bought 2 on 2 different occasions because I had forgotten that I'd already gotten it. And I ended up drinking that one. And it made me feel less crazy than the one we did on the show. So if you're trying to trip the light fantastic with a melted forest, go with the passion fruit guava over the orange creamsicle. What are we giving this out of 5, y'all? I'm going to go, it's a 1 star for me. I'm not going to get it again, but it is the best 1 star I've ever given.
I'm going to go 3.5.
Okay.
Because like I did not I enjoyed it. It was overall pleasant. I will finish the glass of it. I don't know if I'd grab like a whole container of one if there were other options.
The bottle color is
the bottle
upsetting.
is the most upsetting. The bottle looks like a dead man's teeth.
Well, and especially because if you look at the color of the drink, like, it doesn't need to be more yellow. You could just do a clear bottle. But the fact that they made the bottle piss color too.
Yeah.
Is,
There's no other word besides piss.
No,
for
no,
that
absolutely.
color. Like,
this is cleaning out your dead uncle's house and finding it under the bed kind of thing.
that's the color medicine bottles are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it truly looks like it should have like a scissor in it.
I was about to say, yeah, when I had an ear infection and got the bubblegum medicine, it came in a bottle just like that. What about you, Luke? Out of 5?
I think I'd go with a 3. It was surprisingly good, like way better than you would expect. Like it's got the look and the feel of something that like takes 5-6 years off your life. But you know, I ultimately I don't think I would buy it again. The flat energy drink is just a little bit weird for me.
Yeah, it needs ice for sure.
Yeah.
If it's going to be flat like that. And even then, but yeah, we tried the passion fruit Chinese Red Bull, and that was great. So I would do that one again in a second.
And that one's flat too?
It's flat. Yeah. All of the Asian ones are flats, but once they sell it in Africa, it gets fizzy again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and Eastern Europe too, apparently.
I've been like back on the white monsters a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And I never feel great about it because of their reputation, but man, they get the job done.
Yeah.
I also follow like probably too many white monster meme accounts
Oh, yeah, for sure.
because they're usually adjacent to cigarette accounts, which I'll often follow. Like they usually go hand in hand.
People reviewing cigarettes.
The best thing I have seen in a hot minute was some girl did a comedy thing that she had found an organic alternative to vaping called cigarettes.
Some energy drinks promise power, but are more like this. What you need is this. New Predator energy drink. Rule your kingdom.
We have a segment on the show where we talk to our guests about their hometown, and I'm surprised we haven't done this with Luke yet, but I figure...
I'm surprised we haven't done this.
Right? How is this possible?
We really haven't talked that much about Fargo?
So back in, 2 years ago, it was episode 451, Ghosts and Monsters 5. We talked about some of the local cryptids and some of the local monsters of Fargo. My favorite, of course, being Walking Sam, who was an extremely tall and thin man with big feet, no face, and a stovepipe hat, who basically bothered teenagers and made them depressed and caused them to kill themselves. And that was sort of his thing. So
it's fun to like have a job that all of a sudden you think like I'd be good at this.
So we talked about that, on that episode, but didn't get into the Fargo specifics.
Let's do it.
So
Fargo Rock City.
Yeah. So let's go.
Born and raised.
Say, Luke's hometown. Of course, most people are going to know it from the movie, but it's only in the first fucking scene. They're not even in Fargo most of the movie. It's either in Brainerd or goddamn Minneapolis. But at any rate, let's go to the banks of the beautiful Red River, Luke's hometown of Fargo, North Dakota, Cass County's seat, the biggest city in North Dakota, home of North Dakota State University, hometown of Roger Maris, Chuck Klosterman, and the Uvalde shooter. That's right, all legends.
Ooh.
These are some people who visited there. They're not from there, but this is still bandied about today. So just tell me if you know any of these people. Of course, the Swedish Crown Prince Gustavus Adolf, the Duke of Västerbotten, stopped in Fargo for about 20 minutes back in 1926.
You weren't there.
Charles Lindbergh spent about 15 hours in Fargo in 1927. I mean,
You guys seen this baby? Anybody? Well, not anybody. If you've seen it and you're a Jew, tell somebody who I don't want to see, and then they'll tell me.
Bob Dylan spent the entire summer after high school in Fargo back in 1959. Yeah. That same year, Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper were trying to get to Fargo, but they died screaming.
You killed them
in their shitty plane.
That was me.
In a cornfield.
back when you were a cloud.
In a cornfield in Iowa. So they only made it about 8 miles from the airport, but that is where they were headed on the day the music died. But hey, you can't say Fargo doesn't have some groovy music. Of course, hear a little bit from the Fargo sensation a cappella group, the Blenders. Oh, yeah.
Kind of fucking rips.
Do you listen to these guys, Luke?
Oh, yeah. I mean, in music class and stuff, they would play them all the time.
They came in and gave a speech. Talked to the PTA.
Did they play at every graduation?
We're too big for that shit. Are you kidding me? This is the Blenders. You think you can get them for a high school graduation?
Well, that one girl got him for a Sweet 16, but I realized the flex that was now.
Well, if you look at these guys, I mean, going to a 16-year-old's, high school party is probably pretty high on their list of cool things they could be doing,
They have a parental advisory on that?
No, it's an a cappella advisory, Kyle.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Just so you know.
Wait, you were being ironic and knowing and listening to a lot, right?
No, they actually played them like in music classes and stuff. Yeah.
Wait, okay, sorry, I got to back up.
No,
I
the
was really
Blenders,
ending the idea that this was a novelty. This is for real?
This is for real.
yeah.
This is
The
wild.
Blenders, yes.
Oh, they're huge. Yeah, they're huge in North Dakota.
Whoa. You guys
yeah.
have your own regional a cappella group.
Oh, we sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
Fuck
never
you,
seen them
Whiff and
live or anything.
Poofs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Blenders are like a real thing.
Oh,
yeah.
see. I thought we were playing. This is this is incredible.
I wouldn't joke about the Blenders, man. This is the fucking Blenders.
Have you seen? Did you see them in concert at any
I
point?
never did. No.
Oh, damn.
But I'll say, you know, when you were mentioning the people who have visited Fargo,
Yeah.
I did not know that any of those people had, but the ones that I do know had are not on that list.
Oh, who do we got?
Duke Ellington.
Oh, he recorded a record
He recorded
there.
a record in Fargo.
Yes, that's right.
And then the other one,
Not as good as this, though.
well, no, Duke Ellington cannot measure up to
Here's
the
the thing.
Blenders.
I fucking hate pentatonics with a pretty intense passion. Love this. Because I do love rockapella. That was an early Brandy Posey and I bonding thing, was our non-ironic love of rockapella and Smash Mouth. Like, the first CD I ever owned was the Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego game show soundtrack.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And it just ruined me because it's like, well, I'm 12 and know who Tito Puente is now. But
so we got Duke Ellington. Who else?
Tom Hanks.
Just
go on. Heard
Tom
of him?
Hanks and Rita Wilson stopped at the Fargo airport to refuel their private jet.
and got COVID.
And well, this was like in the 90s. This was like in the 90s.
They got it's a mad cow.
They brought COVID to it. Yeah. This was literally a story in the newspaper.
Shit!
They refueled their private jet at the airport, and they had one of their people call a restaurant called Kroll's Diner to see if that they would open up at 4 a.m. for a special guest. And that ended up being Tom Hanks. So Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson.
That's
it was
amazing.
a news story, and then they were like interviewed the people who opened up Kroll's Diner. They're like, "Yeah, it was awesome. We had to wake up at fucking whatever." in the morning."
Holy shit!
But yeah,
that's
I'm sure
real
you can
good.
Google it. It's like a story too. Yeah.
So Fargo is also the hometown of Sarah Jane Olsen from the glorious United Federated Forces of the Symbionese Liberation Army. Of course, most famously, the kidnappers of Patty Hearst.
SLA all day.
But here's the crazy thing. She's an SLA Fedayeen. She joined after they all got shot full of holes and burned alive by the LAPD.
Well, that's a little too late.
So, like, her best friend got shot full of holes and burned alive by the LAPD, and she was like, hey, that sucks. And she fucking joined the party after everyone was dead to, like, hide the members. And she was, as Master P said, bout it, and was trying to bomb police cars. She and Patty Hearst robbed a bank.
Man, we got to stop fucking giving the Weather Underground credit because the SLA really fucking ran when those assholes walked.
Right. And they were completely out of their fucking minds.
Sold no cookbooks.
Oh, yeah. Well, they sold the manifesto, Sarah was indicted in 1976, but she escaped after living a quiet life for 23 years with her husband and 3 daughters, first in Africa and then in St. Paul, Minnesota. She finally got arrested in 1999 after being featured on America's Most Wanted. Boo.
I was really hoping it was going to be she was just bringing groceries home one day and just saw a cop car and was like, oh no, I'm about to throw a Molotov cocktail at this cop car.
I mean, it was funny because I was reading this. I was like, that'd be a good movie. I was like, it's one battle after another. It's already a movie. So she pled guilty in 2001 to being rad as fuck and served 7 years of a 14-year sentence before being paroled in 2009.
Too dope to cope.
I just don't understand why Fargo's most known for crime. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
I mean,
where did we develop this reputation?
She's I was reading about her. Apparently a lady did die during the bank robbery, so that sucks, but she probably wasn't the one who killed her. So Fargo sits on the traditional land of the Sioux and the Chippewa people, but they knew not to build anything permanent there because it is a gigantic floodplain that occasionally turns into an inland sea during spring flooding.
Was that hard?
It happens every fucking year. It's my high school was in the middle of a bend in the river, and it was just my high school there.
Oh, that's amazing.
So your high school will eventually just become an island in an oxbow lake.
Yes.
Awesome.
And so it was literally every spring they had permanent dams built there, and they'd have to put them up, and the football field was down a hill, so
it was behind a levee.
The entire football field would get flooded and the whole thing would die, and they would resod the whole thing every summer. And every spring, there would be a week of flood watch where they would have students volunteer to be at the school
to be the
24 hours a day.
To be the little Dutch boy with your finger in the dike.
Yes. And so we would just have our free run of the school at 2 a.m, walking around on flood watch. But also
shit.
Exploring the underground tunnels of the school.
Man, it's this rule.
Fargo is literally, it's a prehistoric lake bed. And because I was started reading this, obviously, it's the Lakota people, the Sioux, what have you. And I was like, all right, whose fucking town did they bulldoze to build this city? They're like, oh no, the natives knew not to build there because it's a horrible idea.
Sandbagging is a thing every spring.
So many years ago, California had rain. One of the many times I'm global warming is real because I can have watched it happen. But we had El Nino back when I was a kid, and that's all I think about is
we had it last weekend for 20 minutes.
And I just remember the sandbags because everything got flooded, and that's such a distinct memory I have is being a kid and just walking around and just the perpetual sandbags everywhere as everything floods.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's just an annual thing there.
So Fargo was founded in 1871 as Centralia, but renamed a year later to honor the notorious robber baron William Fargo, head of the Northern Pacific Railroad. So the reason that this place exists is they built the railroad through there, but they kind of fucked them, all of the land speculators, by telling them they were going to build it in a different spot. Because at the time, people would just buy up the land in front of the train tracks as it was being built. And so there's an area north of Fargo that was referred to as Bogus Town because they tricked everyone into thinking that's where the town was going to be built. But instead, it was in Fargo. And at the time, they had a temporary camp called Fargo on the Prairie that was just tents filled with whores and gambling machines.
I'm listening.
So the conspiracy is that the people of Moorhead, Minnesota, which is across the river, they sent the police to shut down Fargo on the Prairie because they were affecting their gambling and drinking businesses. So that's kind of the early history. But in case you didn't know, William Fargo, along with his partners John Butterfield and Henry Wells, started American Express, a freight forwarding company, in 1850 in Buffalo. And after the gold rush, Fargo and Wells wanted to expand American Express into California. Butterfield and the board vetoed it, so they started Wells Fargo while continuing to serve on the board of American Express.
Whoa.
And William Fargo, he eventually took over both companies after Wells retired, and Congress fucked John Butterfield out of $300,000 after they failed to pass the annual post office appropriation bill in 1859. So American Express had basically been kind of like subcontracting postal deliveries on the East Coast. And the way it broke down was like Amex handled the East, Wells Fargo handled the West, even though Wells and Fargo were also on the board of, it was, nothing like today. There was nothing dirty going on at all. But they had kind of taken over shipping duties in certain parts of the East Coast from the government. And the government owed him like $300K, and they were just like, sorry, bro. And so he had to beg William Fargo for the money, which made him look like a bitch in front of the board, which then William Fargo muscled him out of there. So now William Fargo owns American Express and Wells Fargo simultaneously.
That's such a funny reason to muscle somebody out for looking like a bitch.
Yeah. Why didn't you
the money?
You should have stormed the Capitol, you little bitch.
Yeah.
Got that money back. Fargo never stepped foot in Fargo, but he did contribute $500 to help establish its first newspaper, of course, the Fargo Express. So branded American Express, Fargo
I
Express.
never thought to make the connection that the Fargo and Wells Fargo are the same guy.
Yeah. Well, then it's like they already had a name, and apparently the name was just slapped on there by the post office. So, but I was trying to figure out, I'm like, did this asshole push for them to name this town after him? But apparently he did not give a shit. He was like, yeah, I'll never go there. And he didn't. But the big thing in the early days of Fargo, it was the divorce capital of the West. They had extremely...
Really? The whore tent town was?
Yeah. Welcome to Horton, y'all. Patooey. So between 1870...
Whores in there, I tells you.
Yeah. There's whores in them hills.
Oh, there's no hills. There's just whores. There are no hills.
Have you guys done the underground tour in Seattle?
Yeah, I did the one in Portland.
Oh,
Yeah.
The Seattle one is so funny because it's all about how Seattle was almost exclusively a town built on prostitution.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
how under the city there are still thousands of abandoned steel mattresses from during its prostitution. And they say it early because you keep going by more. And it is the best history talk I've ever had where they just keep going like, we cannot stress to you how much prostitution built this city.
Dude, the one in
Like this
Portland...
rules.
built this city.
The one in Portland was fucking great. I think it was like $25. Like I tipped 100%. I was like, that is one of the best fucking walking tours because of that. We saw opium dens. We saw all
I gotta
kinds
do
of
that
great
in Portland.
shit. Definitely do that if you're in Portland. Portland Underground walking tour.
There's few things I enjoy more when traveling than a history walking tour if it's of a weird thing.
Oh, yeah. So the Dakota Territory only required 90 days to establish residency and therefore get divorced. And so rich people from all over the country, and it said like even people coming from like Europe, other countries, would go to Fargo, rent a hotel, put their suitcase in the hotel to establish residency, get back on the train wherever they were going, come back in 3 months, and then go to the courthouse. And apparently this was just like a giant boon for the hotel industry. Like they had to build a bunch of hotels that were just storing suitcases for rich people that were trying to get divorced.
Damn.
Yeah.
What a hustle.
It was a great hustle. And
Too, they're putting those in a warehouse and still renting the rooms.
yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, 100%.
Like just getting paid twice for nothing.
Oh, yeah. So at the time, the Northern Pacific train stopped in Fargo at noon for 10 minutes for lunch. So many people used that 10 minutes to check into hotels, leave a bag, and return to the train that it came to be known as the 10-minute divorce. One Fargo judge reported granting 350 divorces in 1 year. Citizens of North Dakota, unfortunately, had to be a buzzkill. They became concerned about Fargo's reputation as a divorce mill and lobbied to have the law changed in 1899, which they did. And that was from Governor Fred Fancher.
And those guys had to go back to just killing their wife like normal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you think, the murder rate had to have spiked a little bit.
It's like, fine, back to murder. I was trying to be a cool guy here.
Yeah. I'm such a nice guy. I was going to get the 10-minute
I just wanted
divorce.
to discard you as a human.
Yeah. I do like that they treated divorce like people treat buying fireworks now.
Oh, you can't do that in Minnesota. Yeah.
You gotta go across the border for that.
Yeah. Ain't no God or emotional distress in Minnesota. gotta go to Horton for that. No. So the biggest thing, though, was, of course, the Great Fire of 1893. On June 7th, 1893, someone was burning a huge pile of cardboard boxes behind Hersman's dry goods store. The wind was blowing at 30 miles per hour, and at the time, the dry goods store was made out of wood. The Little Jim restaurant next door was also made out of wood. The entire town was made out of wood.
Uh-oh, that's going to be bad.
The Great Fire burned Fargo off the map, leveling 31 city blocks, destroying 219 businesses and 140 homes. 20% of Fargo's residents were left homeless. The total property damage would today be worth about $173 million. And in the aftermath, the city established stricter fire codes that mandated the use of bricks for all future construction, which is why downtown Fargo is fucking beautiful. I was looking at pictures of it today. It's all of these brick buildings from the early 1900s.
Oh, it is. It's very small. It's a very small downtown.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is all old brick buildings.
You can
kind
find
of like Art Deco-y almost.
Yeah, Beaux-Art style, and you can find pictures on like Google Images of it like decked out for Christmas. You're like, oh, it's like a little snow globe, but it's fucking great.
Yeah.
I am fascinated by, as a lifelong California resident, like old school brick structures, because they simply cannot exist here because like earthquakes have turned them all into piles.
Yeah.
And so like, and there's the number of times I'm in like the south of the Midwest and I look at like a building next to like one of those hanging fucking stoplight things, and I'm just like, don't they understand? Any moment this could all just be leveled.
So a recent headline from November of 2025, a family staying at Expressway Suites in Fargo witnessed something they couldn't believe. A hotel employee dumping bed sheets into the hot tub and mixing them around with a broom.
Hell yes.
Yes, sir.
They recorded the whole thing and posted it to social media, sparking outrage and a health department investigation. Now, this is one of those where you're just like, you just don't say anything. If you're the hotel management, you literally just shut the fuck up and don't say anything, because otherwise you'll try to cover your ass and say something like this. Hotel management tried to explain it away, saying the sheets had already been washed and were being treated for stains before being thrown out, and that the practice was supposed to happen after pool hours. None of that makes it better.
The fact that it was during pool hours makes it crazier.
That makes it crazier.
I assumed it was at that.
We were just loosening the stains so we could burn these later. You're like, just burn them. What do you mean? What?
Loosening the stains so that you can burn them.
That's what they're saying, so they could dispose
They
of
think
them.
stains don't burn?
I think I don't know. They're like, well, what we wanted was for them to be sopping wet before we tossed them in the dumpster. It makes it easier. Yeah. You're like, no, this is all fucked. But yeah, it's hilarious. It's just a guy using the broomstick. Just
Our employee was attempting to drown a ghost.
Look, he's in a bit of bubble toil and trouble. Okay, we're just saying.
Oh, y'all never had linen soup? Oh, okay. Oh, you
Hi,
grew up rich.
Fargo News, would you say your employee is in hot water?
God damn it. Nope, it's just hot enough for massive bacterial growth. It's not hot enough to kill it.
That's not a great... We would love a soundbite. Hot water.
Yeah.
Asking that question and then holding out the mic with a straight face to silence for like 4 straight minutes. Yeah.
Dude. It's the video is really something. You should check it out. But
it's the broom handle spoon that really makes me happy.
The whole thing where you're just like, why? I mean, why is a stupid question? You know that's how they wash their sheets. Okay, that's a given. They don't want to pay for more water to use the washing machines. That's how they're washing their sheets, and then they're just drying them. That is fucking disgusting. It's even more disgusting to swim around in whatever microbial situation is in a hotel sheet. All of that is gross, but man, just the video of the guy just slowly stirring a bunch of sheets in a fucking hot tub is choice.
Okay, but the best news story from Fargo last year, though.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if you found this.
Probably not. What do you got?
It made it to TMZ. It was one drunk guy downtown won a fist fight with 2 cops and then ran away.
I saw that video. It fucking rules.
It's fucking awesome.
It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And this is not like a guy when you watch it, you're like, oh, this guy knows how to fight. It's like, what the fuck? How did these cops lose to this guy? Like,
it's when he starts
incredible.
running and you find yourself cheering. Like it's a real like, go.
yeah. Yeah.
fucking God, dude. Oh,
Incredible
so rad.
work. I was very proud to be from Fargo when that video hit.
Hell yeah.
God, I forgot about that video. That fucking ruled. I'm gonna go watch that later.
Well, so Luke hit me with the jive on this one. So the Little Caesars at 1020 19th Avenue closed forever in April 2025.
Boo.
This was a true loss to the community, not the loss of the store. They reopened with a new owner in December 2025. Who gives a shit? It's a Little Caesars. No, we got to talk about the former owner. For over a decade, the store was owned by Jenny Stevens. Jenny opened the restaurant in 2015 with her late husband, Mike. They went viral in 2016 for putting up a sign in their window that said, quote, "To the person going through our trash for their next meal, you're a human being and you're worth more than a meal from a dumpster. Please come in during operating hours for a couple of slices of hot pizza and a cup of water. No charge, no questions asked." So I was like, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
And over the years, Jenny and Mike donated an estimated 143,000 slices of pizza during pizza nights at local shelters like the New Life Center. Mike passed away from leukemia in 2017, but Jenny kept running the store until April of last year. But also, she kept doing her favorite thing, because I got to say, based on what we're about to experience, her favorite thing is definitely not making pizza. It's definitely not running a business. Her favorite thing is fighting with people in Google reviews.
Yeah. Yes.
So, with that in mind, I'm going to have Luke, in whatever voice you'd like to read the Little Caesars portions of these, and then we'll be the customers. Kyle and Luke, you'll be Miss Stevens from Little Caesars. So, Jacob B, and this is all caps, "Pretzel pizza gone. Why would you do this to me? You should give me the Call of Duty codes as an apology." So apparently they ran a promotion where you got some sort of like skins at like the Call of Duty store, so you could be a Little Caesars guy. Yeah. So with that in mind, what did Miss Stevens say?
Here's a code. Stop playing Call of Duty and attempt to go on a date. Incel in training.
Holy shit.
Bam! Boom!
And keep in mind, like on the Google reviews, it says Little Caesars owner. Like
Yes.
it's like verified.
Oh yeah,
This is her response.
I had to like Google and figure out who this person was, because it just says Little Caesars parentheses owner.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you got, Kyle?
Not a customer pleasing place. I sure found that out. Only ones who would be okay with this behavior is disgruntled workers. Oh, the days when the food here was good. Not okay. No excuses.
Did you leave a tip? And proofread your review. It was like a special needs haiku.
This one is Kathy P. "I waited in the drive-thru for over 20 minutes, and then I got the wrong order. We told him it was wrong. It was more like a 3-meat, not a 5-meat feast. Sorry, this is my last time there."
I believe you. Most of our employees can't count to 5 and are extremely inefficient. Sorry.
Didn't see that twist coming.
Oh no, if there is a bus, the employees are going to be thrown under
Fuck
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Take that 20 minutes you waited and cook a meal for your family next time.
Oh shit. What else you got, Kyle?
Okay, I got the restaurant was very dirty. There was pizza sauce splattered on the dirty floor. The breadsticks were soggy, mushy, and had so much butter on them I could use the extra butter to put on at least 5 more orders of breadsticks. The pizza had no flavor. In fact, it tasted stale. The pizza sauces were tasteless. The sauce on the breadsticks was cold and tasteless. The pizza crust tasted like paper. I have been in the restaurant biz for over 25 years, and I have never seen such little care for a restaurant as I did since I saw one yesterday.
Guess we can't please everyone. If you cook a meal for yourself, you can use just the right amount of butter, all caps, just the right amount of butter that pleases you and makes the perfect pizza for yourself in your spotless kitchen, in your spotless home, where construction workers don't constantly walk in and out and clumsy kids don't spill sauce cups. You'll have nothing to complain about, but I guarantee you'll find something.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, she's going in on them.
Yeah. This is Sarah B. "I ordered a large pepperoni and crazy bread. The pizza was cold, but also burnt. I don't know how that even happens. The crust was hard as a rock. The crazy bread was dry and had a little too much Parmesan. No garlic butter. I mean, this is the worst pizza I've had in a long time. Customer service was quick, but not friendly."
For great pizza and great service, we still maintain that Rhombus Guys is the best in town. Have you ever tried them? You totally should.
There are so many 1-star reviews where she says, just go to Rhombus, guys.
Yeah.
There's a million. We're to the point where I'm like, do you also own Rhombus, guys?
I like how often a restaurant tells you to stay home and cook. Like that's been my favorite angle.
Oh, there's
on
a
this.
great one coming up for
Oh,
that.
yeah. She loves telling
Should I
them
do
this.
Liz B?
Oh, yeah, please.
We walked in on a child-free night to get some pizza for dinner, only to have a slightly rude teenager take our order. I figured maybe he had a long night and brushed it off. Well, the pizza was hot. It came out almost 30 minutes after we ordered it, and after another employee asked what we had ordered. We got a large pizza, crazy bread, and barbecue wings. The wings were pulled out of a warmer that I'm sure had been there for an hour plus, and not even the right flavor, and the employee who took our order left it 10 minutes later with another coworker. I definitely won't be coming back to this specific location. It seems to be run by teens who are disrespectful and unable to keep track of the orders.
Yes, you are so correct. It is run by disrespectful teens. We, as the owners, are not their parents and cannot control how they were raised.
Holy shit.
Your review implies that you have children. All I can say is do better with your kids. Teach them to bow down to ridiculous Karens and Kevins who are unable or unwilling to go to a proper restaurant, sit down, and have a meal together, and leave a 20% tip. Little Caesars is a cheap alternative for many people. You had to wait a long time. In that time that you waited, you could have roasted a chicken, boiled some potatoes, and fed your entire family. I'm going to hold you to your statement of never coming
My
back.
God.
No LB. This place is disgusting. They have their employees reuse pizza boxes. They keep food in longer than it's supposed to be, as well as cutting portions in half so they can get the most money for less. They are money hungry and they don't care about the customer. They also criticized a man for being overweight. And I am disappointed and displeased. This business should be shut down.
This post is spam from an employee we fired for getting drunk on the job.
Shout out to No LB. Coolest chick in Fargo, man.
Holy shit.
Got drunk, got fired, hopped on Google reviews, and pretended to be a customer. Fucking awesome. I would do La La J. Last hour, I love instantly. No time wasted hopping on Google reviews. Last hour, we got a hot and ready with breadsticks. By the time we got home, we noticed the bottom of the pizza was hard, and the breadsticks were also hard and looked old. I called the next day and asked for a new pizza, and I'll bring it back. I had the whole pizza and breadsticks, and they said no returns. I waited to exchange, but they ended up offering the fresh breadsticks only. I only paid $12.45, but this is crazy. They won't even look at the pizza and breadsticks. It's like
You're also crazy.
I was gonna say you're also nuts, but their response is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, start a movement. Get us shut down. Make that the new purpose in your life. Make signs. Gather friends. Quit your jobs and start a GoFundMe to hire lawyers to get us shut down. You now have purpose. A buddy of mine called me the other day and said he got some takeout, got stuck in traffic, and by the time he got home, all the stuff was cold and soggy. I told him about your review, and I asked him what he did. His response was epic. Make sure you are sitting down. He set his oven to 250 and rewarmed it for 15 minutes. It was amazing. Thermodynamics is real. Equilibrium is the truth. I'm going to let you look this up on your own for self-education, but to give you a hint, objects kept at 160 degrees when removed from that environment will, and this is going to blow your mind, migrate towards the current ambient temperature in which they now exist. Anyway, I'll sum it up as follows. You should have gone to McDonald's. But if you want a really tasty burger, I recommend Crooked Pint on 13th. Yum!
She is boosting local businesses.
Why is this slowly turning into me going like, well, now I want her to yell at me some more?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is, I'm starting to wonder if there's a second tier to this Little Caesars that we're all not talking about out in Fargo. There's just a Dommy Mommy Caesars.
I think you got one more, Kyle.
Antoine would absolutely not recommend at all. The pizza wasn't cut all the way through. The pizza was just as hard as a brick. It was a literal crunch as I took a bite into one slice. The food is always terrible at this location. They need to get a better staff or management or something. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
They've come for the queen.
Oh yeah, and then of course the great response.
This is an awesome review, as I also used to do materials research science in graduate school, so we have that in common. I'm assuming you were using the Vickers hardness scale to conduct your experiments.
No, I use the Mohs hardness scale. Thank you very much.
And can definitively prove that a brick and a slice of your pizza score equivalently on the scale. I look forward to your published research in a peer-reviewed scientific journal. We are also absolutely heartbroken that the food is always terrible at this location. This statement implies that you repeatedly come back for terrible food. We find this odd. Is it some sort of self-harm disorder? I know when I have a bad experience, I do my best not to repeat that experience. Once you get that particular issue resolved, hopefully with the help of a certified professional, you will be available to help us solve your third complaint, that of better staff or management. So after you publish your research and gain some understanding of why you repeatedly return to a restaurant and purchase terrible food, you are welcome to apply for a staff or management position at our store. With your background in the applied sciences and extremely non-hyperbolic way of speaking, I'm sure you will be an excellent fit.
Wow. Can I ask a question? Is this woman Caroline Levitt? Because like that last one especially turned into like, oh yeah, sure, what a great question.
She'd make an amazing White House press secretary or an amazing football coach. Either way, saying so much while saying nothing.
She's being not utilized properly for the gifts that she has.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe that's the upside of this restaurant closing a year ago. Yeah, who knows what she's doing now?
But I also love that this restaurant had a heart of gold as well. Like,
yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Is like she's allowed to talk shit. She's kind of a great person, and you know what else are you going to do? I run a little. It's like there was one thing I didn't put it in there, but she analyzed all of the other reviews that this person had made. And it was like, well, I see we've just joined the ranks of Chipotle and McDonald's in your 1-star reviews. Why don't you go to a real restaurant, you moron? You're just like, she's right. She is not wrong. Yeah.
She's the hero we deserve.
I think so too. And you know, I didn't get the follow-up. I just saw that they reopen with a different owner who has been on their best behavior in the Google reviews, being like, well, thanks for giving us another shot. Gee Willikers, like, fuck off. Bring Miss Stevens back.
Bring her back just to respond to the reviews.
Just let her run the social media.
That's what I was really hoping, because you know, I had the timeline lined up where I was like, okay, they've been nice for about a year, but I was really hoping she kept the password just to keep responding to the new guys, Little Caesars.
My hope is that she had to step away because they're building her into being a new mascot.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Like this is going to be the pizza flow, but she's mean.
Yeah. She could be the pizza corporate spokesperson for Little Caesars.
There's for the audience that a Little Caesars is for. A stern-faced mean lady,
dude,
yelling at them feels like perhaps a single pizza-shaped Venn diagram.
You know what's funny? It's because that is a thing, but it's always just with one location, like the Wiener Circle in Chicago. The Varsity in Atlanta, where it's like, oh, we have this one local restaurant where they're dicks to you. What if it was an entire nationwide franchise where that was their thing? They just hired the meanest people.
Do you remember Ed DeBebek's?
No.
It was a restaurant in the 90s that had that idea that the wait staff was supposed to be mean to you. It was like real like irony back in the day kind of shit. And I've always been sort of fascinated by that conceptually, and this like adding a weird psychosexual pizza element to it sort of just fucking fuels my fire personally.
If there wasn't already an Italian restaurant called Little Dom's.
Oh, you're right. You're
be
absolutely right.
100% the name of her new restaurant.
Big Doms.
But Mama Dom's.
Mama Dom's
could be. Audience, respond to us. If you think that a femdom pizza establishment, a fast casual pizza establishment is something you would spend money on, let us know.
Yeah.
Quick boys to Shark Tank.
You come
and
in.
What would you do in the drive-thru? What is the drive-thru?
No. It turns on and you just hear a voice go, what?
Yeah.
And then you get a little
like
startled.
Reach out with like a little whip and like, get you through the window.
And what? Come on, talk fast.
Hey, what can I get for you, fatty?
Just a car full of high school boys. Like, what do you queers want?
Oh man, well yeah, that's a little bit of the local flavor, but let's go to a local. First up, here's the questions. Luke, Fargo, North Dakota, what was the incident?
Here's the thing. I think that the incident for Fargo, there's a lot of little ones. I think that the big one is one that was like one that a lot of people know outside of Fargo.
Okay.
Which was about Fargo. It was, I mean, really the event was the movie Fargo coming out.
Of
We're
course.
like, what the fuck? There's a movie called Fargo?
Right.
And then the event would be the Asian woman who died, who the urban legend was that she was digging for the money that was lost in the snowbank in the movie.
Oh,
and she thought it was real.
shit.
That's the urban legend of it.
Okay.
There is a real Asian woman who did die.
Uh-huh.
In like a
But-
blizzard
Or
in a wood chipper.
It was a misunderstanding. The urban legend came from a misunderstanding, apparently, of her. She had like come here for like a man that she had met in Tokyo, and then come here with him, and she was trying to get to Fargo and pointing to it on a map, and a cop was like, she's trying to dig up the fucking buried money from the movie.
Oh God.
Yeah, and that's how the urban legend started. And like her actual death, I guess, was like very sad. And I think she was like depressed when like this relationship with this man that she had come over didn't work out for her. But the event would be the urban legend of the woman who came to try to dig up the money left in the snowbank in the movie, thinking it was real.
I think I read about this when I was doing my research. That's
Yeah.
so fucking crazy.
wild.
Yeah.
But it's also like just one of those. And it's the thing with with most urban legends where you're just like, oh, that's crazy, and then you read about it, you're like, nope, just sad,
Just sad. Yeah.
just really fucking sad. Mm-hmm. Holy shit!
A lot of the dark shit events kind of, it feels like it all happened kind of after I left Fargo. My high school girlfriend's dad, like pleading guilty to wire fraud.
Oh, cool.
I was bracing for much worse. I gotta say, wire fraud's
A kid I ran cross country with getting arrested for child porn.
See, that's what I
There
was
you
bracing
go.
for. Yeah.
A kid who
We had a guy
I
arrested-
once threatened in art class, drowning in a grain bin.
Cool. Man.
Yeah.
When
You know, I
like,
thought
drowning in grain is always kind of
I
impressive.
was just
to
about
me.
to say on the list of things to drown in, I thought water was the number one, but
No, it's grain.
It's grain.
Oh yeah. That was when I saw that. There's like
Water
a scene of
streak
that,
because blood is after grain.
Yeah, but of things that are a possibility, you know. Holy
You
shit!
wouldn't think, but it's like quicksand. Those silos.
Yeah.
You fall in, you don't come out.
That's like a plot point in the movie A Quiet Place.
It is.
Which is
Yes.
sort of why I've become afraid of grain silos.
It's when I saw that, I was like, fuck, man. That guy that I threatened and then later died in a grain silo died this way.
Oh shit! Yeah, well, I hope you die in a grain silo.
I will say your town's The Incident will always be better than my town's The Incident, which is the time that they let all the Rodney King cops off.
Oh God,
Oh,
Christ! In
boy.
Simi Valley.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Holy shit!
That's why the hometown gang gets less fun. I'm like, oh, we fucked up America very specifically.
Question 2: local legends.
Local legend.
If we want to say Roger Maris, it's fine. Yeah.
I mean, that would be the real answer, I guess, Roger Maris. The other thing is that my grandma was his middle school gym teacher.
No shit.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, at Ben Franklin Middle School. So, you know, I just assume that she's the one who taught him how to play baseball.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you guys have
Yeah.
like local legend people, like especially when you were teenagers or anything?
Local legend. I mean, that'd be like
town wanderers?
Yeah, or like people who like seemed cool and older, like at the time by
I don't know
context
about
of town.
cool. There's Frodo, the guy who's
There we go. All right,
Whatever
off to
this
a good
is,
start.
yeah.
the shoeless man who's like a barefoot
This
guy.
is exactly what I'm looking
exactly
for.
what we're talking about. Yeah.
And I think my
Calls
brother,
himself the Nightmare.
yeah. My
I'm
brother,
the nightmare of this town.
my brother will run like themed rooms at like the local cons, like conventions and stuff. You know, like and I believe he had to like kick him out of his party room for like creeping on girls once.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like your shoes you attached to them.
Surprise!
It's hard to keep them down on the Shire when they've seen Sailor Moon.
Surprisingly, the guy who advocates for barefoot in Fargo, North Dakota is not all together. Yeah,
Right,
I know.
right. Oh, man.
So there is that guy.
Cold is weakness leaving the body.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then maybe the one other one who's like an actual celebrity who's sometimes around is Josh Duhamel.
Oh, yeah.
He's I believe from North Dakota, and I think his wife is from Fargo specifically, so they're around sometimes and have a house like a little ways away. So you'll see them around sometimes, and like
I only know Josh Duhamel from the Aziz Ansari joke.
You call up Harris and you're things like, hey, Harris, what's going on? I'm pissed off, man. My dad just erased all my shows from the DVR. Guess I won't find out what happened in Las Vegas this week. Who DVRs Las Vegas? Josh Duhamel doesn't DVR Las Vegas. And you don't get that joke because Josh Duhamel's a star of Las Vegas and nobody watches Las Vegas.
That is the only thing I know him from, but I've probably seen a million things with him. But
Win a Date with Tad Hamilton.
Oh, that gentleman.
That's Josh Duhamel.
Okay.
And he's
that's
like
different than Dickie Roberts' child
Yes,
star.
that's
Okay.
the Dickie Roberts is
David
David
Spade.
Spade.
Okay.
Win a Date with Tad Hamilton's like a riff on like a 60s romantic comedy.
Oh, okay. If you gun to my head, I would have said Nick Swardson, but I guess I'm wrong.
he did what something porn star. or
Like, that was
something?
it was something Born to Be a Star.
Born to
it
Be
was
a
like
Star.
a weird porn
okay.
adjacent. That's one I've never watched.
Yeah.
It was like this feels like no one should see this.
Yeah.
This feels like this should remain unwatched by all.
When you're
Yeah.
derivative of Deuce Bigelow.
Yeah. So yeah, Josh Duhamel, who is like the cousin of my godparents' daughter or something like that. I don't remember. So it's,
Okay.
I don't know. Look, you're from North Dakota. There's some connection you're going to have to him.
That works. Question 3, worst bar.
Worst bar. Here, one thing I'll say is that I don't have a super strong relationship with the bars in Fargo because I was there from 0 to 18 and then like the age 22.
Yeah.
So like my college years were in Des Moines, so I know those bars around the Drake campus a lot better.
Okay.
But of course, I spent some time at those bars. There's Rick's Bar, which is famous for a guy getting killed outside of it.
Sure. Okay.
So that
makes
would
it
maybe
the
be
worst.
the worst bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's the Empire, which is where you go if you want a little bit of fun heroin night.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's that one.
Who books that stand-up show?
Yeah.
I was about to say there's a bar in Auburn where we had a show on a Wednesday night, and the guy producing it, shout out to Bryson. I was like, we had a great turnout. I was like, damn, dude, because the bar is kind of like out, not in the middle of nowhere, but just not near anything else. So it was a kind of a destination show. And we had a good turnout on a Wednesday. And I was like, Bryson, man, we could run this on the weekends, And he goes, no, that's when the gangs come here to fight. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, Wednesday's cool. I love Wednesday.
The crazy one was there was the OB, the Old Broadway, which was sort of known as like the
Is that the townie bar?
douchey,
Oh, that's like
clubbier
the
bar?
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And on Friday nights, their happy hour was quarter beers.
Oh,
shit.
no.
And you could get those. There was like cups, like plastic cups of beers
Right.
for 25 cents. And it ended at, I want to say 6 p.m.
Why bother with cups? Just let people drink out of the keg.
And so it would
Because
be
we're
just
a society.
people walking around for hours after that because they had ordered
Yeah.
a billion cups of beer at 5:55.
The sun's still up.
Yeah.
Just falling down.
Yeah. And so
Holy
that's how you get the stickiest dance floor you've ever danced on.
Oh,
I
hell
just imagine
yeah.
the sound.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You ripping your feet
Just
off like
hard sole
Velcro.
shoes ripping out. Ooh, that's rough.
Oh yeah, that's like
That was-
they had it was like $5 Long Island iced tea night at one of the bars in Auburn where it was just these like 32-ounce cups, so people just get rip roaring drunk and then just spill them everywhere. So yeah, I was walking and making the sticky
I had one of
sounds.
those for the first time in forever recently. It was like, man, there's all the booze in it.
I
Right.
can tell a story about one night that started at the Old Broadway.
Hell yeah.
It was with has Josh Wallace been on this podcast?
He is not.
Really?
I know. Yeah, he's always been like
Elusive hush money
yeah.
member,
Okay.
Josh
he's
Wallace.
elusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Josh and I moved out to Los Angeles together. So we knew each other. We did stand up together in Fargo. And we started one Friday night at happy hour at the Old Broadway with just big old trays of beer.
Yeah.
And it started, as you would expect. And we were with like a whole group of friends. And, you know, okay, it's kind of starts out as sort of like a standard, everybody's getting fucking shit-faced on a Friday night. At a certain point, maybe 2 or 3 hours in, Josh is just gone. And we're all like, where's Josh? I don't know. We're all too drunk. We're not going to find him. Whatever. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Maybe another hour and a half, 2 hours later, Josh shows back up, finds us at another bar with no shirt.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
But with a CD. And yes, with like a burned CD.
Was it this one?
It was them.
If only. If only. I think
Like
some
when Doug
like
and Skeeter met the Beats.
like local Fargo
took their
Moorheads, yeah, area rapper who had just like had his mixtapes with him.
Like you do.
Yes, and traded Josh his mixtape for Josh's shirt.
What was his shirt?
I don't know, just like a regular button up or something.
Okay, I was sure if
yeah.
it was like a bootleg Bart Simpson or something like that.
no.
Or like that great that he was like, I've never seen that. Is that Peter Griffin and Che Guevara?
And I'm sure there is no way Josh remembers this night. There's no way. Yeah. Wow. But I hope he has that CD somewhere. Or if it ended up in his car that got impounded, that was more expensive to get out than it would be than the money he would get from selling it. And so he just left it when we moved and he bought a new car and we just like moved. I remember he asked me if he should get it out of the impound lot. And my response to him was, how full is the tank of gas? Which I'm still pretty proud of.
That's real good.
We mentioned Bonnaroo earlier. I think it was the same RFK year that we saw Robert F. Kennedy speak at Bonnaroo, but a friend of mine, we lost track of him for a couple hours, and he came back to camp, no shirt, and no idea what happened to it. And he's just like, you know what? Give that one up to the game, baby. That's a good night.
Yeah.
Question 4, best local food.
Best local food. I'm straight up going to say Indian food.
Yeah? Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Talking my language.
Yes, that the Indian food that I've had in Fargo is better than Indian food I've had in LA so far.
Wow, okay.
And it's straight up not because like, oh, there's like a huge Indian population there. There is one Indian family. They own the restaurant there, and they are fucking good at making their food.
Yeah.
Shout out.
It's
Hell
called
yeah.
Passage to India.
Okay.
And if you go, like, you got, Passage to India fucking rips, dude.
Ooh, that sells me.
We've got kind of a similar situation in my hometown where I think we now have 2 Indian restaurants. But yeah, shout out to the Bombay Grill and whatever that new one is. They're both pretty good. Well, that's good because I was wondering. I was like, there's such a Scandinavian kind of influence there. I was wondering if you were gonna talk about lutefisk or a hot bake or some shit like that. Yeah.
I would say Passage to India is the restaurant that like I would go to if I was there.
Exactly.
There are, local cuisines where it's like Kroll's Diner, is like they've got like their very sort of, it's like German and Scandinavian, like Nefla soup was like their thing there.
The fuck is that?
It's like little dumplings.
Okay.
Yeah, soup. Yeah, it's good,
I know it's a thing in South Dakota. They have the fried steak nuggets there.
Those are pretty great.
Oh, yeah.
I had that when I went to Sturgis, and it was pretty fucking good.
What are like staple like North Dakota like food?
This is kind of I'm sad of what it's become. The red pepper. They do like grinders and stuff. They were famous for their garbage plate, which is just
Oh, yes, please.
They you just sweep the prep table onto a plate and
Shout
sell
out
it.
to Rochester.
But it's become a chain, so they had to standardize it, and so it's like specific
That's lame.
ingredients, and it's
Okay.
just kind of like
That's
a
cool.
not that good taco salad almost.
No, shit.
That's like no. You got to take the gamble. Like,
Yeah.
that's when it was like great. Yeah.
Question 5, and if you want to take the buy on this one, we can point people to episode 451, Ghosts and Monsters 5, where we talked about it extensively, but local ghosts or monsters.
Yeah, I don't think Fargo's like that well known for like its ghost and monster stuff. We kind of had to dig like for the Halloween episode.
Yeah, you got a river monster there.
Yeah, there's a few sort of like the Fargo Theater is sort of known to be haunted.
Yeah.
Which is downtown, and it's like this very old kind of Art Deco theater.
Yes.
Do you get creatures from the river coming into your high school? You talked about like underground tunnels.
It was
too.
Walking Sam.
I think we just actually get creatures. It's like
Yeah.
not, yeah. So that's one. Trollwood, which is sort of like a theater, like outdoor kind of like theater company kind of thing.
In my mind, it was a head shop.
Yeah.
See,
is-
Trollwood, I was imagining a teenager being an asshole on Reddit.
Yeah. I think that's kind of known for, I don't know, being on some kind of burial ground or something and being haunted in that way.
Okay. I was thinking Norwegians. I was hoping maybe there's some like actual troll action happening. That would be pretty rad.
That might be the origin of the name, could be.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah. And then I guess the most famous, macabre story would be the woman who died trying to dig up the treasure.
Trying to find Steve Buscemi's money in
Yeah.
Fargo.
Yeah.
I love that the urban legend is just what the racist cop thought was happening.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. And then the town was like, should we follow up? I mean, why? What did he just make a bunch of dumb bullshit up?
Exactly. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And finally, question 6, favorite thing that's not there anymore, besides, Miss Stevens and the Little Caesars.
Sure. Okay. I've got one that's a little bit of an off-kilter answer for this.
All right.
And I'm going to say the Pontiac Grand Am.
Okay, fuck yes. Wait, hold on, real quick. Did everybody have a friend in high school with the Pontiac Grand Am, and what happened to it? Kyle, go. Do you have
No, our version
No.
of that was a Dodge Neon.
Oh, okay.
Everybody had like either a Dodge Neon or a Honda Civic.
Mine got drunk and flipped it into a ditch.
Shit.
And lived perfectly fine. They were so drunk that they just jiggled. No broken bones.
I don't think I've ever even been in a Pontiac.
No. Oh, it had a tape. It had its tape deck.
Hell yeah.
And we hit the fucking gold mine at a thrift store with tapes. So we had like Live at Folsom Prison. We had Gunfighter Ballads and Trail Songs. Just like
shit.
all this great country music to listen to, and some random hip hop too. So anyway, yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
Well, the reason I say that the Pontiac Grand Am, by the way, our car accident car was a Jeep. Yeah, that was our big car accident.
Yeah.
Car. But the Pontiac Grand Am, and yes, people had it in high school, but I realized one time driving to soccer practice that I was at a red light behind 3 consecutive Pontiac Grand Ams.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And for about the next year, I started a mini game when I was driving that I would just count every Grand Am. In a 15-minute drive, I'd get to like 30 or 40 of them in Fargo, which is not a huge city.
No.
It was legit like every third car. Like once I started looking, I was like, I don't
was
know.
the factory based out of there?
I don't know.
Based in Pontiac, Michigan. Yeah. So
And this was a question that I was going to post to the group of like, I guess I didn't know. I was just in Fargo that whole time, like late 90s, early 2000s, and I don't know if this was a Fargo phenomenon or a larger phenomenon of like for a while, for like 8 years, every third car was a Pontiac Grand Am, and that was just the car everyone had.
I do think there was a point in time in the 90s where it was just like the cheapest base model car in America. Because Pontiac never really had like an identity past, kind of the golden era of muscle cars and shit like that. So I think they just kind of went to like mass production, whatever, because we had a lot there. But I will say, I don't think I knew a single person that owned a Pontiac that didn't smoke in it with the windows up. Like
That's what they're for.
you get in there and it smells like Mad Dog 2020 Red Banana and Marlboro Lights. Like that's what a Grand Am smells like.
Yes, they come out of the factory that way.
Yeah. They put the scent in there.
I
for you.
imagine
Old
like
car
in,
smell.
You know,
Yeah.
in Christine, it turns the kid into like a mean greaser. This one just slowly morphs you into a grandpa. Like, you show up one day and you've got like a flesh-colored fucking members only jacket on, and a veteran hat for a war that never happened.
Well, that also might be part of it too, because it is kind of a granny car a little bit, and I feel like people's granny is like it skipped a generation and went to their shitty high school kids.
Yeah, it really was like a granny and teenager car is what it was.
It's a car you smoke GPC cigarettes in.
It was not a car that
Gold
people in their
Shields.
40s really had. Yeah.
Vantage.
Benson and Hedges.
And then I do have a more standard answer for this question
Oh
as
yeah,
well,
hit me.
which is King House Buffet
Okay.
in downtown Fargo. Is the food good? That's not the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. But King House Buffet is one like right next to the OB.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But it's just where we went after chess club before basketball games. Terrible idea to go before a basketball game.
Oh, God.
But we did, and we got our fucking ass kicked every time we went there before a basketball game.
What kind of buffet is it?
Oh, Chinese buffet.
Okay, I was
yeah,
double checking whether it was that or a hometown buffet kind of thing.
yeah,
Chinese.
yeah.
I would say one of the darker things I said in COVID was, do you understand how much money I would give to be alone for 5 minutes in a Chinese buffet?
I'll say, like, for a Chinese buffet that serves the exact same, like, orange noodles that every, you know,
Yeah.
buffets.
Mall Chinese
yes,
food,
yeah.
yeah.
And that, like, little, like, donut thing that gets hard and then you eat it anyway because you got it.
Yeah.
And the same red jello that they all
Yeah.
have. Yeah. So it has all that same food.
Kenny G on the overhead.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Their interior was like weirdly beautiful.
Wow.
It was
okay.
like this big kind of like square inside, like shape, but like meaning that like there was a smaller square inside of that was like raised up into like in this whole indoor pagoda.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was like surrounded by like a koi pond.
like a rock garden
Cool.
and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was like an indoor pagoda and they had the whole koi pond with big ass fucking koi in it, and
Wow.
that was all seating that you could get in there, and then the booths that like surround the wall on the outside were all like these kind of like semi-private ones that had the, you know, kind of whatever, but like that like red kind of ornate wood carving, like Chinese.
Oh, this sounds awesome.
Yeah, things
Okay.
that were like the sort of like half veiled kind of portal into the next booth, but they were all like kind of semi-private too. So it was sort
Yeah.
of like this kind of weirdly beautiful interior for the most standard Chinese food buffet you've
Damn.
ever had.
Oh, this
Okay.
And we would go there constantly.
is my jam.
Damn.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
would I'd had my mail sent there.
Oh hell yeah.
So that is the place that downtown is just like, oh, fucking King House is gone, man.
Bring it back.
There was for like 6 months a pretty good Chinese buffet next to Flappers in Burbank.
Oh shit. Yeah.
And like I was bummed when it disappeared one day.
What storefront was that?
You know the one right near the stairs before you go up to the AMC and those the art house and stuff? It was like that little storefront, like doors that are never open. It was just turns out
shit.
inside there is a giant room that you can put Chinese buffet inside.
I've never seen that open in my life. I didn't know that was a...
It's why I went in the first time. Was I was like, well, obviously this is fake, and then instead had a delicious meal, and then like I think I brought my mom there once because I was like I found a secret fucking Chinese buffet.
Oh shit.
Like literally 6 months and it was gone.
Damn.
Oh, fuck. That sucks.
It was I was so like I'm gonna have to start booking Flappers gigs. Because like when the Fuddruckers over there closed, I lost a lot of reasons to do Flappers gigs.
And the Wee Man tacos. Oh god.
Although now they've got a couple. They have two noodle places that are ostensibly the same business next to each other.
Oh hell yes.
They're both sort of like get a bowl. Here's some items. Go on it.
Oh,
which is
okay,
again
yeah,
just
yeah.
like what I trade in for food whenever possible.
Gotcha. So it's like
okay.
Chipotle but ramen.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Were either you guys Chuck Klosterman people?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Did you read his novel, like Downtown Owl?
No, I haven't.
Because that's the kind of shit I would be wildly curious if you're like this is a romantic vision of this or if this is like some bullshit. But it's basically like a just story of like a middle-aged woman, an old man, and a teenage boy all like living through the winter in a small town in North Dakota, like just outside of Fargo.
Yeah, I read Fargo Rock City and I read
which is great.
Sex, Drugs, and
Rock
Cocoa
Puffs.
Puffs.
Like,
Yeah.
I think I've read all of his nonfiction books, but like at one point, like when they put out that first one, I was like, okay, I'll find out what it's like to be a teen in North Dakota.
yeah. I love Fargo Rock City.
Okay, I don't
It's
think
called,
I've read
I don't
any
think
of
it's
his
a
books.
particularly well-known book of his. I just happened to be into him when that was the new book that came
Yeah,
out. But
yeah.
yeah, Downtown Owl. It's an interesting book. Kind of
Okay.
a bummer, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it is very earnestly sort of Midwest existential.
And it's like heavily romantic of the experience.
I would be curious, like
Okay.
whether it is or not, because
Okay.
because it plays it as both like sad, but with like an energy to it.
Yeah.
And so like I'm always curious about that. Like when you talk to somebody who's like from the place that somebody has sort of set a version of something in.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I should check it out then.
There is one line early in the book where I was like, all right, Chuck Klosterman, you better not do this anymore. He talks about like the way that the old man speaks was like a Pixies song where it would be very quiet with explosions of loudness. I was like, this is the one you get.
Oh, no.
You do this again, I hunt you down.
Oh my God.
You cannot write dialogue as a professional that I would have written in fucking 9th grade.
Yeah.
He was the quiet, loud, quiet of
Yeah.
conversationalists. Holy shit. Well, that is a tour of Luke Jensen's Fargo, North Dakota.
Hello, I'm Steve Anderson. This winter you'll want to be well informed about changing weather conditions. It's important for you to know the meaning and significance of the various weather bulletins given on radio and television. A severe blizzard means wind speeds of at least 45 miles an hour, dense snow, and temperatures of 10 degrees or less. A blizzard means wind speeds of at least 35 miles an hour, falling or blowing snow, and temperatures of 20 degrees or less.
We want you to know. Watch TV 11 News Watch at 5:30 and 10 on TV 11.
Yo, we have time for just one more segment. And of course, this is our jam of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what do we got? That's right, folks. Don't call it a comeback. It is LL Cool J with his classic Mama Said Knock You Out off of the album of the same title from 1990. And, it's just, we got WrestleMania coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
And I was, had a mind about combat. And I thought that with 51 million views, 27,570 comments, y'all, I read every goddamn last one of them. And boy, there's a lot of people with some good stories on here.
Okay.
So let us now dive down into the YouTube comment section for the music video for LL Cool J's Ladies Love Cool James. Mama Said Knock You Out. First up, Darren93 from 5 years ago. I'm bad. Old lady made me knock your ass out. I did it for her. I knocked the wrinkles off that old ass dude. I am not your average man. I love you.
I'm not much of an average man either.
I gave it a 10. Yeah. Along similar.
Did you give her a 10 after?
Yeah. Along similar lines, 5-star lazy ass. I mean, 5-star name right there. 5-star lazy ass from 7 months ago. This song is so fucking tough. This is the type of shit I would play when I'd be in that boxing match and fighting with somebody. Oh yeah, I forgot. I did. I knocked their ass out. Hell yeah. It's Sylvester Stallone, folks.
I'm also fascinated. This is like the only tough LL Cool J song.
Yeah, I think so.
Like,
well,
that's-
I mean, he was the feud with Cannabis and the feud with Kool Moe Dee, which this is a continuation of, by the way.
Yeah.
This is the Not Like Us of that feud, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
I love reading a comment where you can like hear that it is a man with a concave chest shadow boxing in his bedroom.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh, well, that's definitely Michael McKenzie from 10 years ago. I love this song. I will beat somebody's ass if I get in a fight. I hit hard as hell. I bork a kid's nose once in a fight. I fight like a beast. And you're like, yeah, that's also what Luke was just describing.
Yeah. It's a man who just drank 3 Predators and is just
I'm about to grow wings.
yeah, it's a kid in South Africa. Yeah, fought like a beast. This guy's being a little bit more honest with himself. JMM from 4 years ago. I broke my ankle to this because I had a fight. I had fun fighting into it, though. I'm an MMA fighter from Colorado. Our dog. And I don't know if that's his name or who broke his ankle, but something happened.
Blank Dog, always fun for me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Does anybody... This is a good question. Join our Discord. Let me know. Does any friend group have more than one initial dog in it? Because, shout out to J-Dog in our crew, but there's no other blank dog. It's just J-Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
You gotta have one.
Everybody's got to have one, but there's like...
If you're the dog from an old group and you move to a new place.
Oh, that's a lonely existence. I guess you're the dog now, man.
oh my god.
I
VYM.
can count that as an assist.
Yeah. That's just like such heavy millennial flashback.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the program.
YTMND.
VYMQGSOH from 3 years ago, and this is terrifying. When my children have been disobedient and done bad things in their room, I get my giant yet portable bass speaker and I play this song right as I'm about to enter the room and do exactly as what their mother said. This may be terrifying at this point, but I'm sure they'll laugh about this unforgettable memory when they're older, though. Just, one tear just coming down somebody's eye when they're 30 and they don't know why when they hear this at a fucking sports bar.
They happen to wander into an MTV Unplugged best of.
Spill it.
God. The things that people will just admit to. Insane.
Oh, this is the soundtrack of me abusing my kids.
Stop posting your crime. It was bad enough in your journal. This is like a journal that you lost.
This one's great. Spilling the Beans 5 years ago.
Look at that. They don't even know in their title.
Dude.
Yeah.
Giving it away from then. Anthony
is-
Kiedis over here.
This is legit one of the best ones I've ever read. I'm going to program my doorbell to play this song when it rings. My mother died barely a month ago, but it took no time at all for the old lady hussies in my neighborhood to start coming by looking to keep my father company. Sorry, girls. Bye. That's an all-timer, dude. I love that so much. My mother's not even cold in these hoes. Coming out of the woodwork trying to fuck my widowed
fucking
father.
Fault for having a hot-ass widower.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. What do you mean? That's ringing the dinner bell in this neighborhood, man. They must be starved for men. Or your dad's just a fucking stud.
I like to imagine he's a stud.
He's gotta
like
be.
they've all been waiting on this for a long time.
Just a line of women with casseroles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Just-
baby, are you going to be all right, baby? Yeah, just
like, I don't know. Come console me.
hell yeah, dude. Shout out.
Dad, stop fucking everybody.
I love it so much.
And the reactions that those women had to have when they found out that his wife died of like, dude, it's so that's so terrible.
They read me obituary, just like, oh,
Yeah.
It's the fucking bye-bye birdie phone calls.
This one is Silly Chops from 16 years ago. I'm very drunk, and it's 4 a.m., and this is still the most gangster tune after. After how many years? Man, you're living the dream, LL. We all got something to learn from you. You're a true spirit. You just find your calling and stay true to it. Rock forever. Love, Silly Chops.
I fucking love NCIS. You're in New Orleans doing Navy shit. Can't get enough of it.
It's crazy they have an NCIS Los Angeles because they don't have water. But anyway, I'm Silly Chops. I mainly just included that for the Silly Chops aspect.
Silly Chops is we should be calling somebody that.
I mean, we're all picturing a spiral, right, for the Silly Chops.
I'm imagining like Lamb Chop as the Saw doll.
Oh, okay.
That's
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of Silly Chops.
Oh, see, I was imagining Starburns, but it's a spiral. Like it's like a
that's good too.
Follow the Yellow Brick Road kind of spiral. That's Silly Chops to me.
Some Munchkin Chops.
Oh man, somebody with some heavy beard action could maybe do a badass Raiders logo as like or a Rams logo as a Silly Chop.
That'd be good.
Hell yeah. Got a couple more here. This one is Joanna Clopton from 8 years ago. This would be the perfect articulation of my ex-husband. His mother told him to knock me out on antipsychotic medication so our son would be raised any other way than the way I wanted. My take on this song, it is tattletaling on some good old boys down here in the South. So, female Kanye here. Like, they're trying to feed me drugs. Yeah.
Wow.
They're trying to keep me down.
My ex-husband poisoned me with antipsychotic.
Yes, exactly. He tried to make me go to the doctor.
I wanted to raise him crazy.
I wanted to raise him crazy. I wanted all my kids to be Silly Chops. Why can't my children be Silly Chops?
My husband can't understand why I want to teach my kids while wearing a ram's head.
This one goes too far at the very end, and I love it. Old turntables from 10 years ago. Just tell me if you can tell when there's a changeover. In the late 90s, I had this tape playing in my car. I was bobbing my head to it on a date with my girlfriend. I played this song, and I played it the rest of the night. My girlfriend got mad, but I just kept rewinding it. I could not get enough of this song. And it's funny because like a month or two later, I went to her house and she said, LL got a video for that song now. And I was hyped, and she said she taped it for me. Now, that's a good woman. I watched it a bunch of times. After that, we had sex, and then we went out and got a corn dog or something. You could have just stopped and I watched it. Didn't need to know any of that. But I love the specificity. Also, it's just like, yeah, we definitely fucked, but we maybe got a corn dog. I'm like, well, you know, in the grand scheme of things, which one did you remember better, I suppose?
I once watched a piece of adult entertainment where part of the subtext was they just kept going back to what they should get for food after.
This one is George Agent 007, 15 years ago. I once got beat up while this song was playing back in the day when this song just came out. The dude who was playing his car while he beat my ass. Long story short, I got an ass whooping, but it was kind of cool. Hey, at least I tried. Oh, George. That's you're making yourself sad, buddy.
That's rough. Come on, man.
Jesus, getting your ass beat to a themed soundtrack.
It is rough getting beat up to a song about how somebody's going to beat you up. Like.
Yes, it actually manifests. Yeah. I manifested this ass beating.
No, I put it on the wrong side of my vision board.
Yeah. This one is John Rodriguez, 6 years ago. To the enemies of John Rodriguez. Don't get it twisted. I don't need nor want a song such as this to tell you all that if I or any family or friends are threatened or hurt in any way, shape, or form, I'm going to do a lot more than merely knock you out. That is a threat and a promise. All right, it's cool. Just in case the enemies of John Rodriguez are listening to this 1990 hip-hop classic.
I like to think that there is a meeting of the enemies of John Rodriguez, and they all came across that comment together.
I'm going to start an email chain. My thing is just going to be to the enemies of Kyle Clark.
And finally,
join my enemies list.
Ooh, that's good for a business card. You're handing out a comedy show. Join my enemies list. Fucking, that's awesome. And finally, King Nero from 2 years ago. Back when I was a teen, a friend's mom was standing on her front steps while him and I were arguing. They lived next door to us. She was also drunk and said, "Knock his dumbass out!" Yeah, that's not what happened, though. As soon as she finished that sentence, I blasted him in the eye. I was hyped, yelling, and I told his mom to come out and get some. My dad came out our front door and shut it all down. I wasn't in trouble, though. Never forget it, Bink, wherever you are. I almost beat up your mom, bitch. Stupid pussy. Hell yeah.
See, I was really hoping it was going to be she punched her son and then she was just like, never mind, you're cool, and just starts making out with him.
Will you be my mama? Yes, I will. Fuck you, Bink. I am this guy's mom. I'm King Nero's mother now.
We ruined Bink's life.
That's when I went from Prince Nero to King Nero. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Well, that's...
The kid happened to be Rome.
That is LL Cool J with his 1990 classic, Mama Said Knock You Out, our jam of the week.
Hell yeah.
Luke Jensen, where can people find you on the internet?
Oh, on Instagram at Luke F. Jensen.
Kyle Clark, where can people find you on the internet?
You can go to Instagram at Kyle Clark is Rad, and you can go to kyleclarkisrad.substack.com if you want a bunch of free comics and horror stories. I got all that stuff. I got the first 4 issues of Huzzah, the 3 main issues, and the holiday special are up there, along with a couple of old horror short stories in audio form you can go listen to. So laugh and be terrified and give me views.
Hell yeah. Well, you can find me on most forms of social media at Rivers Langley. If you would like to buy a shirt, you can do so at prowrestlingtees.com/thegoodspod. Make you look skinny on TV. Best way to support our show. Hey, if you're watching this, you're already doing it. It's patreon.com/thegoodspod. Join the Discord. That's free. Linktree.com/thegoodspod. We're on there all the time, chatting it up with you fine folks. Second best way to support our show, head to Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Leave a comment, rate, review, and subscribe. Show the attitude of gratitude. Because if you do not have the attitude of gratitude, daddy, them Kennedy boys are coming at you with a harpoon gun. The Goods from the Woods was recorded and edited by me, Rivers Langley. You can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by Jonas, the Space Cowboy.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.